We begin the fourth hour of the program on this President's Day. Thanks for tuning us in. Pat Landrum, Molly Conrad did the morning show this morning. He'll be back with us tomorrow. We will be live as a show at Social Taco tomorrow from 10 until 2 o'clock. Hopefully you'll have an opportunity to stop by and see us. A lot of basketball talk today. Also Olympic talk as the United States women's hockey team, they shut out Sweden on their way now to the gold medal match. 5-0 over the Swedes today. They set an Olympic record. They have not allowed a goal to be scored against them in the entire Olympics. They have shut out every opponent by at least 5 goals. So yes. It's been pretty amazing. And the gold medal game will be Thursday. We will wait and see if it is indeed Canada. That would be a rematch of a preliminary game that was played earlier in the Olympic competition, which the Americans won 5-0. Basketball over the weekend. Auburn takes their 4th loss in a row. This time it was to the Arkansas Razorbacks in Fayetteville, 88-75 the final there. Tigers now 5-7 in the SEC, 4-10 versus quad 1 opponents. They head to Starkville on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Keyshawn Hall, he was suspended for the game on Saturday night in Fayetteville, but people that we talked to close to the program, Landrum, they have given us an indication that Keyshawn Hall will be back on the court playing for the Tigers.
Yep, and Coach Pearl, they left it with him, or he left it with everyone on Saturday, I believe, by saying that's up to Keyshawn. But yes, people close to the program, despite any other reports that you're hearing, the belief is that Keyshawn Hall will be playing again for Auburn basketball, but the expected return, I will use the words of Coach Stephen Pearl, that is up to Key.
We will see what happens Wednesday night in Stark Vegas. Alabama, meanwhile, they knock off South Carolina 89-75. It's the 11th straight win against the South Carolina Gamecocks by Alabama. It's the 4th consecutive win for the Tide. They now are 8-4 on the year, and they will get a big one at home against the Arkansas Razorbacks. Razorbacks 9-3 after that win against Auburn, so they come to Tuscaloosa, and let's see if the friendly handshake before the game is a friendly one between John Calipari and Nate Oates, because John Calipari had some very pointed comments about Charles Bediako and the whole Alabama situation. So we'll see if that continues. Alabama football, little scary moment yesterday afternoon on social media. Lotsier Brooks on Instagram, the outstanding wide receiver for the University of Alabama, on his Instagram, it showed up that he was in a neck brace with the title "God is Good" post. Now, Bama 247, the information that they were able to give out yesterday afternoon, that Lotsier Brooks was involved in a car accident. It was not his fault. Somebody else had hit Lotsier Brooks, and the neck brace was a precautionary move. Bama 247 says that Brooks will be okay. So a lot of people extremely concerned after they saw that post on Instagram of him laying with a neck brace on and saying, God is good. And so Bama 247 was able to report that it was a precautionary, it was a car accident. It was not his fault, but he was involved in a fender bender. So
good news that he's okay.
Very much so. Joe Lunardi, in his latest bracketology that came out earlier this morning, Bama is a solid 4 seed. Meanwhile, other SEC teams, obviously heading in the right direction, is the Florida Gators. He has them as a 3, but one of the higher 3s. So they could end up being a 2.
A 2.
Yeah.
It's hard to see them on the 1 line.
Yeah, me too. Lost too many games.
Yeah, but 2, definitely gettable.
According to Lunardi, the SEC is slated to have 10 teams make the NCAA basketball tournament. The Big Ten also with 10 teams. Think back to last year, we had 14 of the 16 teams make the big dance. And Molly, if you're asking me about Nebraska, they got a win over the weekend against Northwestern. They would be seated as the 13th overall team, which would place them 4 seed, actually a couple places ahead of Alabama. Matter of fact, they would be 1 ahead of Michigan State on the 4 line. So there would be 2 Big Ten teams. It's interesting. On that 4 line, you got 2 SEC teams, 2 Big Ten teams. You would have Nebraska would be the highest ranked team, followed then by Michigan State, Vandy, then Bama.
Ooh.
On the 4 line, according to Joe Lenardi. The last 4 in, according to Joe, UCLA, Santa Clara, TCU, San Diego State. Last 4 in. First 4 out, Mizzou.
Yeah.
And Mizzou's got a big one Wednesday night. They play Vandy.
They do. Mizzou can really help themselves, obviously, here down the stretch, but that's just it's been a weird year for Coach Gates and that squad.
Over the weekend, also, the MAC, they have voted, they have accepted. The Hornets of Sacramento State will now become the next team in the Mid-American Conference. They will be a football playing only member in 2026. They operated at the FCS level from 93 through last year. They will become the 138th program in the FBS. Don't you remember when me and you, probably back in the day, I remember when it was like 115, 116.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now it's up to 138. Sacramento State, they will pay the NCAA a $5 million entry fee. Are you ready for this next number? You remember what we said North Dakota State? Remember that one to the Mountain West?
$12 million.
It was $12 million. Sacramento State is going to pay the Mid-American Conference. This does not include the $5 million you got to pay the NCAA. The conference itself is going to get a nice fat check of $18 million from Sacramento State to be a member of the MAC.
Hey, I told you, Sacramento State and people there, they said everybody's got it out for them. And I think that there's a variety of different reasons why, but they definitely have the money in the coffers. We saw how much money they were able to raise.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're the MAC, and now for years in this NIL era, you've been looking for different revenue streams. I know, Pat, the standalone MACtion is not getting it done for you completely. You've got to have an additional. So do you think yeah, sure, Sacramento State, Mr. Moneybags, you want to play so bad, here's a number.
Well, not only that, but think about this. I would assume that by making them pay the $18 million, that is going to go into an escrow account that is going to potentially assist other MAC schools with travel.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have to get on a plane and you're going to have to fly to Sacramento, California. Like, this isn't let's get on a charter bus and go from Toledo, Ohio, to Akron. Like, you got to get on a plane. So I would assume that the large number that they're having to pay is maybe going to offset some of the travel costs that the schools are going to obviously now have to put into their budget just to be a member of the conference. I figured this up. The closest school from Sacramento State and the MAC is Western Michigan, which is in Kalamazoo, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
2,180 miles.
Wow.
The difference from the Sacramento State campus to Western Michigan's campus, 2,180 miles.
That's the closest.
Closest.
That's not Sacramento to Buffalo,
which would be the farthest.
3,000.
2,180.
That's good. I would have thought maybe with the MAC, because of MACtion, and when we get those games, that they would have set something up where, okay, in the first 2 years of the league, 75% of your conference games are going to be on the road.
Yeah. And you know what? I mean, typically the MAC schedule actually comes out, would have come out today. But that's why they did this over the weekend, because obviously they don't have a schedule yet. So that might be part of them joining the league.
But this is perfect for both parties, because Sacramento State, and knowing someone who worked inside of that athletic department, they said everybody hates them. Everybody hates them. And there's some different reasons. But their belief was, if this didn't work out, that we would never see Sac State at the FBS level.
Yeah.
But money talks these days, right?
Better believe
we got
it.
patches going on uniforms. Never thought we would see that with advertisements in college football, not in the SEC.
Yeah. LSU's already released their renderings this morning.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
Yeah. They didn't screw it up.
No.
It flowed with the uniform. It says Woodside, but it's in purple and you got the white.
It's not the quick create on a Braves jersey.
Thank goodness.
So they changed the colors up a little bit on that. So look forward to see what Alabama and Auburn's patch looks like when they cut that deal with a corporate sponsor. Staying on the football theme, and we told you about this disturbing story late last week with the number one wide receiver for BYU, Parker Kingston. Well, BYU officially expelled him from the school on Friday night after he was arrested and jailed earlier in the week on a felony rape charge. He led the Cougars in receiving yards, 924, receptions was 66. He is no longer part of the football program, according to a statement by BYU. Kingston, 21 years old, made his first appearance in Washington County 5th District Court on Friday afternoon, and he was released on $100,000 bond. The charge stems from a reported sexual assault on February 23rd of 2025 in St. George, Utah, which is located more than 250 miles south of Provo near the Arizona border. The probable cause affidavit released this week stated that the alleged victim, who was 20 years old at the time, reported the sexual assault allegations to officers at the St. George Regional Medical Facility on February the 27th of 2025. Kingston later told investigators that all sexual activity with the woman was consensual, according to the affidavit. But BYU has expelled him from school, so Parker Kingston will now face these charges of felony rape.
And before these charges were made public, that's the guy who proposed to his girlfriend
Correct.
at the basketball game. I went back to see if the two were still engaged, and Lily Lee is the young lady I think that he was proposing to. But all social media posts that have been put up about their engagement and their friends talking about it, all of those have been removed. So I'm guessing that relationship is maybe in question right now, given the severity of the charges. Just very disturbing.
Very, very much so. And this would be the second time in the last year that there has been a former BYU football player that has been accused of something.
Yeah, this isn't just honor code like we had a few years ago with Guy and his girlfriend. Totally different.
Very much so.
Another disturbing story coming out of the state of Utah.
We will open up the phone lines, 1-800-239-WJOX, courtesy GMC text line 205-834-9450. On a gorgeous Monday, thanks for tuning us in on this President's Day. We'll be live tomorrow at Social Taco. We'll continue the fun and frivolity from 10 until 2. A reminder, you can always watch us on YouTube. Go to the Jocks TV on YouTube and just hit that subscribe button. We appreciate that very much as the audience continues to grow, and you're able to watch Landrum Roberts every day eat his turkey sandwich.
Yeah, it's good. German bologna today. Because the German hockey
I thought
team.
you said you had turkey.
I forgot.
Oh, you did the bologna?
Yep.
I had the turkey.
I cleared out the turkey.
Molly, what
this
did you have
weekend.
for lunch today?
A granola bar.
Granola bar?
I get a hankering for bologna every now and then.
Hankering.
And it's in the cold months. Usually it's a snow day, but this place where I went, they had the thinly sliced German bologna and cheese sandwich.
You the last time I had bologna.
It was good.
I really couldn't.
It was good. Did it on some pita with some cheese. Had some Havarti. When's the last time you had bologna, Pat? Has it been?
Probably a couple years.
Okay.
I used to eat it a lot as a kid.
Fried bologna, egg, and cheese sandwich.
I used to love me a bologna and cheese sandwich.
Yes. It's good. It's really good. You get some smoked bologna. You get it from this place where we used to hunt, and they made it at a country store, and you get the smoked bologna. Oh, it's so good. You cut it up into pieces. Hit it up, little each side.
So we were just talking just moments ago about Sacramento State. Well, this literally just happened. The Mid-American Conference has officially, they just sent the release out, the addition of Sacramento State as a football-only affiliate member beginning July 1st of 2026 for a 5-year term. I've never seen that before. Typically, you're like, hey, you're in, unless you do something to screw it up, then we'll kick you out. But apparently, this is a 5-year term.
Saction, Maction.
That's right.
Maction means Saction.
So that's 18 million divided by 5. Almost 4.
3 point something.
Yeah, almost 4 million a year that you're paying the conference.
Not bad.
No. Had to get the dirty details in regards to revenue share and television monies, see if they, pass that along in regards to like SMU and other schools.
Will they visit Muncie, Indiana next football season?
I want to see if our lads has already added them to their depth chart. No, not yet. I just knew Sacramento State, they were getting some players that at one time they were highly rated and maybe ran into some issues. And they had a lot of those guys on their roster, it seemed like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sacramento State, Maction, another team for you to bet on.
They didn't have to go to the Maxton for that to happen, but okay, sure.
Someone asking, have we talked? This is Howie asking if we talked about the cheating in curling. We have not talked a whole lot about the cheating in curling. But apparently the Canadians, was it the Canadians?
Yeah, they were cheating.
Yeah. The double touch.
The Canadians finally got a gold medal over the weekend. It was the first one in the entire Olympic Games. I guess they've been too busy protesting stuff.
People are sending me pictures of bologna. Never heard of that brand. And yes, thank you, FSU Dave. The Wild World of Sports, that clip with the ski jumper. The ski jumper broke their ankle and was embarrassed afterwards, but did not die.
Had a concussion. Over the weekend was Daytona 500. Tyler Reddick rang in the NASCAR Cup Series season with a last lap comeback to win the Daytona 500. It was his 9th career win, his first in the 500, a year after placing second. Chase Elliott led most of the final lap, but Reddick passed him on the closing stretch. Elliott was then taken out in a multi-car pileup just after Reddick nudged ahead. Reddick, a 30-year-old California, he races for Michael Jordan's racing team, which just won a major settlement from NASCAR in the offseason. So it's been a really nice few months for MJ. This was MJ, proud papa, about the victory in Victory Lane.
Back in Victory Lane, Michael Jordan has made his way here. Sir, we talked before the race. 4 horses in it. You are a Daytona 500 champion. How does that sound?
I can't even believe it. Yeah, I mean, it was so gratifying. I mean, we had 4 guys that were really fighting, that was helping each other out. I mean, you never know how these races are going to end, right? It's like you just try to survive. And, you know, I thought Riley did an unbelievable job by pushing at the end. You know, that shows you what teamwork can really, really do. I mean, he doesn't get enough credit. He won't get enough credit, but we feel the love. We understand exactly what he did. And, I mean, we just hung in there all day. I mean, we great strategy by the team, and we gave ourselves a chance at the end. And, look, I'm ecstatic. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It feels like I won a championship, but until I get my ring, I won't even know.
All right, what size ring do you wear? Did you tell
Size 13. Size 13. Just
Hey, happy early birthday.
Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it.
So how about that? He wears a size 13. The average men's ring size is around 9.
Yeah.
So he's a 13.
Wow. I was just reading where Reddick's grandfather was Benny Brown, who founded the BBR music group there in Nashville. It was a label back in 99.
So MJ, pretty happy yesterday. He sues NASCAR. He wins.
Yeah.
And then he goes to the biggest race of the year, the Daytona 500, and gets a win there.
800.
The guy just keeps just winning.
Yeah.
Winning, and keeps winning.
800-239-WJOX.
Did LeBron what place did LeBron's team come in?
That's a Conrad question.
Yeah, I don't think I saw a little goat car out there. Little baby goat. Did you?
No, I didn't. That's why I was asking.
Maybe
I don't know where.
Maybe they stick to like drag racing with Brian Harson's dad out in Idaho. Maybe they're on that circuit. 800-239-WJOX. Sonny is in Mobile. Hey, Sonny.
How you guys doing?
We're doing well. How are you?
Good. I want to ask a question. Why did the SEC agree to go to 9 conference games without some kind of guarantee that committee is going to put a heavy premium on strength of schedule?
Basically, ESPN has been telling the SEC for the last couple of years that we would love to have more inventory, and we'll pay each school an additional $5 million. And at the end of the day, Greg Sankey said, you know what? That's a good idea. We need the money, need to pay players. So he was able to talk the athletic directors and the presidents into the 9-game schedule.
I mean, all it's done is made it harder for SEC schools to make the playoffs.
It is going to be more difficult. There is no question about that, Sonny. You are right.
You remember that stupid chart Sankey released at the end of the season?
That stupid what?
That chart that he released.
Oh, the chart.
Oh, the chart.
Yeah, the chart at the end of the SEC spring meetings. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what kind of chart he releases this year in Destin.
Let me ask you guys, what letter grade would you give Sankey so far as commissioner?
I would give him extremely high grades until the last 12 months. In the last 12 months, he has definitely dropped a letter grade or so.
I would give him at best a C-. I don't see anything that he's done that's better for SEC.
Well, the last 12 months, you think about this, Sonny. Just last February, Greg Sankey and Tony Petitti, all the ADs from the Big Ten, all the ADs from the SEC met in New Orleans, Louisiana. They broke bread, enjoyed each other's company, had a dual press conference talking about how much they loved each other and how much they were going to work forwards in regards to making college football great again. And here we are 1 year later. Both of them don't talk. The Big Ten's got their own idea of what they want to do in the world. The SEC's got their own idea, and they are so far apart. How that has happened over a 12-month period is very startling.
I mean, Petitti's done a much better job than Greg Sankey.
Some people would argue you're absolutely correct.
I mean, every move Petitti's made has bettered the Big Ten. I mean, you look at some of these SEC schedules, man, it's just brutal.
It's brutal, and it's going to get even worse with the 9-game conference schedule now.
I mean, bringing Texas and Oklahoma in the league, I don't see how that benefited the league. They just made it harder to.
Revenue-wise, it has benefited the league, though.
Yeah, I mean, it was very important to because once Texas and Oklahoma said, hey, we want to come to the SEC. ESPN paid a premium for them to be a part of the SEC. Matter of fact, I think they helped pay some of the extra costs that were involved to become a member of the Southeastern Conference. So, yeah, from a monetary standpoint, the conference has never been in a better financial shape. And at the end of the day, Sonny, that is what is going to matter the most to the presidents and the ADs.
I mean, how much money do the Big Ten teams get?
Well, that has not been announced yet.
Yeah.
The SEC announced 2 weeks ago that we became the first $1 billion conference to dish out over $1 billion. Now, the Big Ten has not yet announced their numbers from last year, and it will be higher than the SEC's.
But you all would agree he's no Mike Sly.
He is not a Mike Slive.
No, yeah. I don't – there's nobody else I would say is a Mike Slive.
One last thing, you guys watch basketball on the SEC network?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the quality is just horrible. The production.
From a production standpoint, describe what you don't like about it.
Well, I mean, it looks like Jefferson Pilot in high definition.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The actual quality of the broadcast, maybe not the announcers, but the.
Oh, the announcers are fine.
Okay, you're just talking about the video presentation.
The old dirty windshield, as we used to call the JP games.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. But all right, guys, appreciate it.
Hey, Sonny, thank you.
Thanks for listening down in the Gulf of America there in Mobile.
Jocks Mobile. Thanks, Sonny.
Yeah, absolutely. We're heard all across the state of Alabama: Huntsville, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Montgomery, Mobile. Appreciate everybody tuning us in.
And also, I understand what Sonny is saying, but the SEC making more money, I can't complain about the teams that were put into the college football playoff field. Feel like the SEC got a fair shake in that, don't you?
Absolutely.
Had their chance. Ole Miss had a chance. Georgia had a chance. Of course, Alabama had a chance. Just chalk it up to the Big Ten was better. I don't know how that is going to equate to 9 conference games. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out.
Correct me if you feel differently. I just feel like that the SEC had the upper hand in regards to basically telling the rest of college football, this is what we're going to do, and this is the best path forward.
100, and I think I know where you're going. Agree with you. Yes.
As of today, I do not feel that way.
No.
So that's why I was asking you to correct me if you think that I'm going down the wrong path of my line of thinking.
No, it seems like that we have been put back into the SEC has been put back into the pile with everybody else. Yeah.
Okay.
I
I just want to make sure that I,
Yep.
wasn't thinking something.
No, we
that
see it
was,
the same way.
Okay. It seemed like we were the leaders and now we're the followers. And I don't like that.
Yes, it seems like lead, and then after some conjecture, everybody follows suit. Now it seems like we're just waiting for someone else to throw out an idea, and then we'll.
Okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Mm-mm.
We will roll on this President's Day. We'll do some Pat Ponders next, brought to you by Courtesy GMC. It is 1:34 here on Jocks. And, with the beautiful weather outside, it reminds me that I need to call Golston Tree Service at 205-337-4443 because the pros there at Golston Tree Service, they can handle everything from you, from trimming and pruning to full tree removals. I got a tree out back. I've got a bad feeling that might need some work done. And that's where Golston Tree Service comes in, 205-337-4443. So don't wait until that next storm causes damage around your house or your property. You need to call Golston Tree Service. They offer 24-hour emergency tree service. So when it comes to your trees, don't risk it. Call Golston, 205-337-4443.
He has questions. We try to answer them. This is what we call Pat Ponders.
Brought to you by Courtesy GMC out in Trussville off of I-459 exit 32. A beautiful day to be able to go out and peruse their 9.5-acre lot inventory ready for you there at Courtesy GMC off of I-459 exit 32. Website, courtesybirmingham.com. All right, question number 1. You're given a free ticket to any gold medal event at this year's Winter Olympics. Which one are you attending? Gold medal.
It's the one that I know we have right now. I'm going to women's hockey.
Me too. Because we don't know men's yet.
Yep.
Or I would do the figure skating, the solo women's
Is
figure
that what's
skating.
led the solo individual?
Yes.
Like the total overall champion?
Yes.
For both men and women? Does that happen on the same?
I don't know the schedule, but that would be my second option, though. I would love to see figure skating.
I want to go to an event of a sport, number one, that I understand more than I do
Somewhat.
figure skating.
But women's hockey, especially
But
if it's against Canada.
It's team hockey. It's against Canada.
Yes.
You can be loud.
They've been
you
on
can
a
be
dominant
boisterous,
run.
Chant body paint's acceptable.
Yes.
I'd go all out if I was going to go and watch that.
Freebird's going to be playing.
It'd be awesome. It would be that one. What about you? Would you go? It'd be hockey, right? If we were going to do it?
Close behind would probably, might surprise you, bobsled. I dig bobsled, man. I would love to be standing there on that 1 mile track and just watch that.
So my question is, how do you watch the bobsled? Is there like prime seating? Is it like,
If I'm not mistaken, maybe at the start and maybe at the very finish. I don't think there's locations for safety purposes.
right?
Because you don't want some jackass dropping something on the course
No,
or whatever the case
not
may
at
be.
that speed. With
But I just very impressed. Every 4 years, I'm reminded at how how precise. It's pretty cool to me. So, all right, question number 2. Let's stay on the Olympic theme. Have you watched as much Winter Olympics coverage as you thought you would over the last week and a half? And which sport do you believe you have consumed the most of?
I'll be honest, I've watched way more. I mean, I knew I was going to watch a lot of it, but every time I've gone home, and like most nights, I've had the Olympics on. I've watched most of the hockey games, both men's and women's that have come on so far, and I've watched a lot of the skiing, but there's also been a lot more events. And like same thing with the figure skating, both like the individual and the duos.
Yeah, and the hockey involving the United States, men's and women's. Next would be
Curling.
Curling.
You got into the curling big time. at
Next
the
would be
beginning.
luge and skeleton, and then skiing. That would be the other one. Well, and look, I've watched some of the figure skating, and I feel bad for him. But I had a lot built up emotionally for Friday,
I think a lot of people did.
and I
for
don't,
the quad god?
yeah,
Oh.
and because I asked my wife, I said, "Is he going to be in other stuff? Is he going to be in other things?" Because I hope that that's not his last performance at the Olympics.
I think he'll be back. I mean, he's 21.
Like for this Olympics, though, is he competing in anything else?
I think he's done.
He's done.
I think so.
So that was it. Well, he had the team, right?
Yeah.
He was part of the
team.
that they won the gold.
But like I said, it's kind of like a couple years ago when everything happened with Simone Biles. You can't get in your head. And all athletes go through it at some point or another where they kind of get the yips.
Did you see the comparison this weekend with Eric Stoltz? Was it Stoltz?
Mm-hmm.
and Saquon. Gee.
I thought you were going to ask me about the yips watching the second baseman for Indiana University make that really awful throw to first base that could have won the game for the Hoosiers. Did you see that?
No. I saw some.
Yeah, do a Google on that one. That might have been the worst throw I have ever seen in all my years on this planet watching baseball. And it could have ended the game. Molly, you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah,
I'm
take it.
watching it. All right, routine. Ah! Oh, no. Oh, gosh. No.
Told you.
I got to see this again.
Yeah,
I hate to be this way, but the way that the ball came out of his hand, you know what it reminded me of? Which was horrible. That happened in Major League Baseball with a pitcher. Was it Javecki?
Oh, yeah, like when he blew his arm out.
It looked like maybe the guy, his arm snapped in half.
I'm pretty sure bases were loaded, and it was the bottom of the ninth. Yeah, 2 outs.
Indiana's leading 3-1. Bases
Yeah.
loaded, 2 outs. Routine, that does it.
There you go.
Carolina baseball, love those unis.
Do you think Kirk Signetti released a statement afterwards?
I will be taking over the baseball program moving forward.
Second baseman need to show up to the football offices.
One thing I can promise you, Crimson and Cream, we will do the little things well.
Yes, like throw the easy put out to first base from the second baseman.
Now, Pat, that is one of the tougher angles, but that was horrible.
Dude, no, you cannot.
I can't. I can't
can't
defend this kid.
You can't after seeing that.
No,
There's
can't.
no way.
That was so bad.
That was so bad.
That was. I don't even have another one to compare that to.
No, it was just that. Like I said, that to me that was the worst one.
If you don't go back and watch it, second baseman just needs an easy routine throw to first, and it's almost like he didn't want to let go of the ball, and the ball just
goes straight down to the ground.
He looked like one of the ball boys during Wimbledon.
Yeah,
when they're throwing the ball.
Next question. On this day, in which we call President's Day, but the federal government officially recognizes it as Washington's birthday. That's the official name of the holiday. Now, next year, we'll essentially get a built-in national day off after the Super Bowl, since the Super Bowl Sunday will fall on Valentine's Day. So here's the real question. Should the Super Bowl permanently be lined up with that Monday for a federal holiday? In other words, Super Bowl Sunday always the Sunday before President's Day.
Yes.
I think so. Give the people Monday off.
Well, the problem you have is you have a lot of people that take off Monday, and then people that come in Monday because they had too much fun on Super Bowl Sunday.
Not
you don't
feeling
get the
very
productivity
motivated.
anyways.
Yes.
So, yeah, let's do it day before a federal holiday.
Makes too much sense to me.
Well, and then for the people, the lucky ones that actually get to maybe travel, it gives them a travel day potentially to get back and get settled, and just thinking logistics here.
We're just seeing that
Johnny Weir stole Kim Mulkey's jacket.
I was just wondering if Haley Sue Harbison Evans was
That's an
off
awesome
camera
jacket.
right there, because she's working the event.
Yeah.
It's live right now. A lot of people forget about Terry Gannon, who does the figure skating. Member of the 1982 North Carolina State Wolfpack.
Yeah.
Jimmy Valvano, who's a point guard. The ACC that year, the only conference that had a three-point line. They were the first conference to have a three-point line, and Terry Gannon was an absolute incredible three-point shooter.
Look how small she is. Is it Tara?
Yeah, Lipinski. She's like probably on 27 Milan phone books right now.
Oh, she looks like it. Is she taller or Simone Biles, I wonder?
It'd be close, or Damien. Very close. All right, final question of the day comes courtesy of BB, who we heard from earlier on the program.
Yes,
Not
we
a
did.
fan of the Alabama basketball team currently.
Mm-mm.
Recently, a Russian's customs agent at the Latvian-Russian border detained a man after he reportedly attempted to smuggle live pigeons. The birds were stuffed into socks and hidden inside a suitcase. The man received citations and the birds were released. With our prolific TSAs since the 9/11 days, have you traveled with anything in your luggage that you were afraid would be discovered by the authorities? Not that you would be in trouble, but perhaps you would find embarrassing.
Not go. You
I have a story.
go ahead.
This didn't happen to me.
Oh, of course not. No.
No.
This is a friend of yours.
This was my
right?
friend Paulie.
No, so listen, my dance studio, when we lived up in Michigan, we went to Florida for nationals and we did the whole Disney thing. We actually performed at Disney, which was really cool. But anyway, coming back, I'm pretty sure that we spent the morning at the parks and then left later that day, if I'm not mistaken. And there were a couple guys at my studio, and some of them like to mess around with each other a little bit. And one of them had snuck a Disney hot dog in one of the guys' carry-on. And my old dance teacher was very like snappy, like we get in, we get out, like no nonsense pretty much. And he had no idea this hot dog was in his backpack. And this was probably like 2012, 2011. So we're going through security and his bag gets flagged. And my dance teacher is livid because again, she's very like on top of things. And one of the guys is just over there dying laughing. And she's like, "Did you do this? Did you put this hot dog in his bag?" And he's like, "I don't know." And like months later, we find out that he did in fact put the hot dog in his carry-on bag. But yeah, his bag got pulled. He had to get like questioned and all this stuff because it was just like, it wasn't wrapped. It was literally just a loose Disney World hot dog in his backpack.
I had some buddies that played a joke on me. I've told it on the show before, so I'll tell a different one most recently. That was about the wooden carved thing that they put in, and I couldn't wonder why they kept scanning my bag, and ha ha ha. Revenge is a dish best served cold. But recently, when we were going out west to ski, you know those massage guns?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to pack it, and the case that it comes in, I was not going to be able to get my bag down. So I was just going to take the gun fully charged with the one little attachment, the most common attachment, and I would put it in my suitcase. And then I thought, what's going to be tight as far as the flight, traveling with not only my wife, but a couple of our friends, the last thing I need to happen is for them to be running my bag, and it was a check bag, through security. They're going to want to see and probably inspect what that machine gun, that massage gun is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just because of the shape, because it looks like a gun. And so I opted not to travel with it, just out of fear of it being pulled out. I would hope that they would pull it out, right? Wouldn't you hope that they would flag the bag and want to know what exactly was in there?
Yeah.
So I didn't take it, but yeah, you got to be wary. I did have one time, and this was several years ago, but this was post 9/11, carrying a backpack as my carry-on and forgotten I'd had a hunting knife in there.
Yeah.
And the guy kept asking me, "Are you sure there's nothing in there?" "Yes, I'm sure. There's." And he pulled, "What is this?" And I was so mad at myself. And he was great about it. He said, "Hey, look, realize you weren't trying to."
That's happened with my dad with like a pocket knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were good about that. But I just gave him the knife. I said, "Here, you keep the knife. I don't care. I just need to get on my plane." What about you?
No, not really. I mean, I guess when we came back from the Virgin Islands, needless to say, we were trying to bring back some duty-free items that, we weren't declaring.
Yeah.
It wasn't weed or anything, but
No.
I'm just saying, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, Molly, that's what it was. Exactly. So.
Why are you bringing all this baby powder back, Mr. Smith?
No, it was Caribbean flour. What are you talking about? Make good biscuits. All right, that's Pat Punters brought to you by Courtesy GMC. Man, snow's coming down big time over the Olympics right now.
Boy, it is. Oh.
Just think when Birmingham gets the Olympics, how much snow we're not going to get. All right, we will continue on. A few more minutes left to go in the show here on Jocks.
153, a Reaction Monday here on the show. Landrum, Pat, and Molly Conrad back with us tomorrow. I'm telling you about the garage. The garage in Pelham. Bob is the owner. He's all about giving back to the community, sponsors local schools and charities. But it's not only that, it's the work that they do at the garage in Pelham. Just check out the reviews, first of all. You can go and look at what other customers have said about the garage in Pelham. You're going to have great trusted staff members on site that listen to jocks like Robert or Richie. You're going to see those guys when you walk into a very clean and professional lobby. The reviews are top-notch for a reason because they're trusted and they do business the right way. And they know that repeat business is the only way that you stay in business as long as the garage in Pelham has done so. They offer everything from oil changes to engine replacements. If you need a million different things, that's what it seems like with me in my older model truck, done to it. They can handle all of that as well. We got the warm months coming up. You got the air conditioner checks. They'll do all of that. But also, it's worth the drive because you can drop your car, your truck, your SUV off. And if it's your wife, your daughter, a significant other, they're going to be treated with respect. It's all of the things. They check all the boxes. Read the reviews first and foremost and find out what others have said about the garage in Pelham. TheGarageInPelham.com. Tell Bob, Robert, Richie, all those fine folks at Landrum from Jock sent you.
We will be live tomorrow at Social Taco. Hopefully you'll get an opportunity to stop by and see us, have lunch, talk a little sports with us. We're there each and every Tuesday from 10 until 2. We were telling you about the MAC conference officially announcing that Sacramento State is going to become a football-only member in 2026. And as I thought, Landrum, some deep details about them joining the MAC. You ready for this? It's a 5-year deal.
All right.
They paid an $18 million entry fee. This is a 5-year deal with the MAC. They will pay $6 million up front in year one, and then they'll owe $12 million over the next 4 years. But how about this? They have agreed to cover all air travel costs of any visiting team from the conference coming to Sacramento.
Wow.
And I'm sure that's charter. I'm sure that's not here. We'll buy you some Spirit Airlines tickets and you guys fly on out here for a football game. How about that?
More the merrier, man. Wait a minute, though. If they're paying, is this going to affect kick times?
Better not on Tuesday night or Wednesday.
Pat, your beloved Maction, you get a kick at 10 o'clock at night?
Oh, that'd be sweet. I was hoping for a 3 p.m.
Not for us the next day.
Oh, true.